welcome to Texas Senior Softball Podcast. I'm your host, Cameron Warren. This is episode number 19, and today we will have a guest call in with Mark Mckmay discussing the differences between the playing regular softball, the D division, and playing the senior division. The difference in the way the game's played, the talking back and forth between players and umpires and all that good stuff. So as soon as we get Mark logged in, we will get this up and running. Can you hear me, Mark?
I can hear you.
Here's the thing, man. I was going to do kind of a regular podcast with you about the difference of playing regular softball and senior softball, since you still play both.
Right.
At damn near 60 years old. And yeah. I quit playing regular ball at 38, 36, somewhere around there. I was going to ask you what the differences are as far as what you see as the competition for one. I mean, right. Obviously, the regular younger guys' ball is going to be a little bit more competitive.
Right.
You know, now that you're getting bumped to C, the clock. Now that you're getting bumped to C, y'all can have a lot better competition.
Right. Yeah, we are.
Did y'all get bumped?
No. Oh, you're talking about No, we're not C. We're still D.
Oh, y'all didn't get bumped, huh?
No, I thought we were going to get bumped, but there's a whole lot more criteria to it than what I thought there was, and so. Even though we finished in the top 5 in state, which, what difference does that make, really? Because a lot of people avoid state. You have to have a good in-house record, too, and we were about 500 in-house record.
Oh, y'all need a C bump player that can catch an AH?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
if I want to get reclassified, I guess that'd be where I have to go, because I'm classified as C right now, thanks to a clerical error with Frank's last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we went down. We qualified for the C division rings down in.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember.
Instead of playing, we played under our 40 seniors team.
Right.
But there was some confusion on getting us registered, and the coach of the team at the time, he registers as a C team, right. Even though we didn't play under that roster.
Right.
We did play, and I have been told that if it really came down to it and somebody wanted to protest,
right,
I would be considered a C ball player. I was going to ask you the differences and, what you see in the atmosphere, the competitiveness, the talent level of the players between
right.
the 40s, because that is what you're playing. You won't go play the 50s or 55s.
Well, I mean, there's so many limited 50-55 teams, and unless you're just a knockout player, odds are you're not going to be able to find a team. So I really haven't found a team that I want to play with, or can play with,
I don't know, man. You might be able to play with the Tribe.
Right. I didn't think about that.
We played against them last year. Actually this year.
Right.
When I was playing with Texas Live, and they could use some sticks.
Right.
Now that what was that team? What was the other 50 teams that was in that tournament?
Oh, I can't remember their name, but I know which one you're talking about.
Dude, do you know that shortstop played with us? Well, he was playing. I think he played second most of the tournament.
Right.
But he played with us in league night with the Air Hogs.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, when I saw him playing second, I'm like, all right, second base is open.
Right.
Because in league night he struggled, and I guess it was because he was just getting back into it.
Right.
Dude, he moved to short, and I ripped one to short, and he laid out and caught it on a one hop, and I was like, oh, hello. I guess I need to run the bases now.
Right.
Fortunately, he couldn't get them to throw me out, but I was actually surprised that they beat us. They scored 30-plus runs against us. They get hit.
Oh, yeah. I remember some of those guys on that 50 team, too. Gilbert, I know you're talking about Gilbert played.
Yeah.
That was Gilbert.
Yeah.
And then the guy that played third, I think, usually plays with somebody else. But
yeah. Man, I think it was Mike.
Yeah, Mike something. I can't remember his. All of the guys, most of those guys on that team, I remember seeing in Irving when we played out there.
Yeah, see, I think Mike used to play with Texas Elite.
I think so. Yeah.
And I don't know what happened with that, but
yeah,
it was good to play against those guys, and they beat us, knocked us out of the tournament, and I went home and cried.
Well, they knocked us out before that, the game before that. So
yeah, and they almost double dipped. Who was it? No, they almost took out Mayhem. They hung with Mayhem for a while before they finally pulled away.
Yep, salty little 50-year-old team, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah, they'll be good. They'll be good throughout the year.
they could. I mean,
If we ever start back up.
Yeah, they've got a little bit of power. They could use a little bit more power on that one. So, but I think, well, you asked me what the difference was. I think, I haven't seen, other than there's not a lot of bannering back and forth in the 40s. There's not as much. I don't see the argument unless, unless you got players upset with umpires. You don't see players upset with other players. Everybody respects everybody. Everybody worries about everybody else, and you don't see that in the other division of the ball. And then just the unnecessary. Oh, I like to talk trash, which is just annoying to me. Get out there and play the game. So
Yeah, that's what I like about it is the fact that we, if you are talking trash, you're laughing at each other because of it.
Oh yeah,
Instead of wanting to fist fight each other.
Right, definitely.
We played. I say we because at the time I was on Frank's, but I didn't play. I was there for the first game and the last two games, just sitting in the dugout, hanging out. Brooke had cheer practice that day that kept me from being able to play.
All right.
They went out and played this one where we qualified to play for the rings. Frank's went out there and dude, they started annihilating people in the C division. I mean, just killing them. And Sausados, they run ruled Sausados.
Oh Lord.
And they run ruled the third ranked team in the nation at the time.
Right.
And they were sitting in the king seat, and Sausados fought their way back. And in the first game, man, it was back and forth. And they started talking trash.
Right.
And they were making, basically derogatory comments about the age, get the Geritol out and being gay, DP. And it actually got a little heated to the point where I thought we was about to clear the benches. And I turned around and looked at Stacy and said, "This is why I don't play regular ball."
Right.
Oh, I don't have time for it, man. It's just it's not fun when it gets like that.
No.
Now, I have heard it's not as bad as it used to be.
Right. Well, you got some teams in the older divisions that still use that as a tactic, in a game. But lately they usually they've been getting wiped out. They go 1-3 or 1-2, So
yeah, that's their own fault.
That's their own fault. But
shouldn't piss the teams off.
Well, but if that's the best thing you can come out with, going up against the senior team, talking about age and stuff, and you still getting your ass handed to you, oh well.
Well, now I have to give Sausados credit. They did double dip us. But, I mean, they should have. I mean, they were one of the top teams in the nation, one of the top teams in the state. You're playing a 40-and-over team. We ran out of gas.
Oh, yeah.
We're fourth, to fifth, sixth game.
Right.
We're tired. I think at the time they only had 12. We only had 12 guys there that could play.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a long day for a bunch of old guys compared to when we were younger.
Oh, well, look how many games straight that 50s team had to play.
Oh, dude, they played like 8 or 9 games straight.
Right. So,
I'm shocked they lasted the way they did, but they were they were hurting when they played us and they beat us and they were like, oh, we screwed up.
One more, yeah. They still had 2 more to go to take the shit. So
yeah, no, they actually had 3 more to go because they still had to play the semifinals or the finals of the losers bracket.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So they still had 3 more games, but you start getting on a roll like that. The roll itself can give you the energy to keep going. To where with Frank, we sat 2 or 3 hours waiting to play that championship game.
Yeah, sometimes I think, when you're older, when you're playing stretch and keep them joints warm. As soon as you sit up, and then as soon as you sit down, they tighten up on you. So.
Oh, what you talking about? I start cramping. All right, man. I'll holler at you later.
That was the call with Mark Mckmay talking about the atmosphere and playing the differences between the two games. Stay young and keep swinging for the fences.